Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Louise Nichols, I'm a textile artist and I live in Cornwall. And you know, it's so warm here today. It's the 6th of November and I've got the kitchen door open. Beautiful. Although it shouldn't be this warm, should it really? Anyway, okay, Jim's come to say hello today, haven't you? Anyway, before I start, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came along to the NEC in Birmingham. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely amazing. So thank you everybody who came along, bought a kit, bought a card, just paid me a compliment, commented on the stall or said hello. It was absolutely amazing. It's taken several days to get over it. Been so shattered and overwhelmed with it all. Yeah, just amazing. So thank you so much. Okay, sorry, I've just had to pop in again to say thank you to everybody also who came to Cowslip. We ran out of time to upload the video in between doing the NEC and Cowslip. So obviously I've thanked everybody who came to the NEC, but we've now done Cowslip and I want to say thank you to you all as well. It was a brilliant fair and if you came along, I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, this little video now is about, it's a new project. I printed all the bits for it a little while ago and it's based on a couple of old designs which I'll talk to when the video starts. And yeah, I just thought you'd like to see my journey. I'm not sure what it's going to be, whether it'll be a kit or I don't know, maybe it'll become a stitch along. But I just wanted to give you, a little bit of something new to have a look at. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. So today, I just wanted to show you the beginnings of this new project, really. A new project, but using some old prints. So it came from, this is a 9-block panel that I do as a panel only kit, and this is a cube box kit that is using the same lino prints, but this has been made into a cube. And while I was making this, I was really just enjoying the design and the colours that I was using, and I just felt I wanted to do more with it really and do a bigger piece. So I thought it would be nice to incorporate some different prints. So this is one of my first lino prints that I did. This is just using a water-based ink, and it was based on a tile design, which obviously then I've embellished, which I really like, but I've not used it ever for anything. This is the only stitch sample that I have. It just kind of got put to the side and other things took over. But I thought it would work really nicely along sort of the, if I was going to use something like the blocks in the middle, and this would be nice on the corners. So I'm going to show you the prints that I've done, and then I'll lay them all out and sort of show you the idea that I've had with them. So there's that tile design look. And I've done it in the green and then that kind of dusky pinky colour. The birds and the trees, which are on the initial one, there's another tile. And then I've got these squares as well that I've printed, and I've stitched all the felt into the middle. And then I've done these kind of stem long strips as well. There's 4 of those which will go around the sort of outside edge. I took a photo of it when I was planning what I was doing. So I'm going to lay that out again now so that I can see a little bit more about where I'm going with it. And I'll bring you back and show you that. So here we are then with everything laid out as it's going to be. So let me pan back a little bit and you can see it. Really pleased with that. So what I'm going to be looking at now, are choosing, because I've stitched all my felt on already, I'm going to be choosing the threads now to do the embellishing. And to be honest, I think because I love the colours that I'd used in the original designs, I'm probably going to look for those again. So I'm going to pop you back overhead and show you those threads that I'm going to choose. So let me give you an idea of the size actually of this. I've got a long ruler here. So this is going to measure 21 inches, which is roughly, well, about 53 centimetres across. It might vary a little bit depending how I place them, because obviously at the minute they've all got borders around. So it may be that they're either closer or further apart. So that might change a little bit. But I think that's going to make a really nice panel. Okay, I'll take you overhead now then. So the colours for the threads that I'm going to be using. So I'm looking at this original one here, and I've bought these are all size 8 threads. So they're my pinks and my greens, because they're the main colours that I have in this piece. So I can see here, where are we? I've got this kind of dusky pink, so I'm going to use that again. That's a finker thread. Let me get my basket and pop them in. This is my size 5 ready for couching over. So that's already in there because I know I'm going to need that. So that's the dusky pink. And then I've got this kind of, I think it's this one. It's not that one, is it? No, I think it is this one. Yeah, sort of a pinky red, which is quite pretty, isn't it? I've done the French knots there, look, using that. So that one definitely. Are there any other pinks in there? There's a brown, but I don't think there are any other pinks. So let's have a look at the greens. Now, is the green, is it that one there? Looks a little bit dark. Actually, it might be that one. I've got it written down somewhere. I should just go and get the list, shouldn't I? No, that one's too pale. I think it's that one, but I will double check on my details. I made a note of the colours I'd use for this, so I need to go and get those out, don't I? But I think it may be that one. Looks a little bit dark, but it might just be how the light's catching it. So I've got an odd one here that it could be as well, but that's, I don't know, it's not that one. Okay, so they're the greens. The brown, now I know my brown is actually upstairs where I was sat doing some stitching the other night, so I'm not going to look for that one now. Yeah, so I just need to decide where, or not necessarily even where I'm going to do the couching, because I think I'm just going to follow again what I've done before on all the pieces. And with these sort of tile bits, I mean, this is quite decorative, this piece, so I might not quite do all of this stitching that I've included in this, but I've certainly followed the same pattern for the felt look. So, excuse me. So I think I'm definitely going to be couching around the outside edge of these shapes here, and probably I might not do it down the centre of that diamond. I might do that on the edge as well. So I'm going to have a little play around with that. And then once I've got these corner panels stitched, I'll think a little bit more, and the centre pieces as well, the centre blocks. Then I'll think a little bit more about, excuse me, oh dear, I've got a frog in my throat there. Yes, I'll think a little bit more about what I'm going to do with these. I think what I just thought initially was a simple French knot in the middle, and maybe just a couple of running stitch lines or French knots on the corner and a couple of lines around the outside. So, but I'll decide that once I've got these other blocks stitched up. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this project yet. I think maybe it will be available as a kit, might do it as a workshop. But I thought it would just be interesting for you to see again the sort of process that I work through to come to a final piece, especially when it's something quite big like this, because you're working on lots of pieces all at the same time, and other things, you know, things that happen here in the middle will affect what kind of go on at the edge here. So I mean, it may be that I feel I need a strip of felt down this outside edge here, or it may be that I want to put some little felt leaves onto these little stems. I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to leave those until I've got further along with the project. Okay, thanks for watching then. I'm going to go and do some couching with this. I may, at the beginning of the next video, maybe just show you how I've done a little bit of that couching, you know, actual physically doing the stitching. And then certainly we'll be talking about the next stage, but that I wouldn't imagine it's going to be for quite a while, because there's a lot of stitching to do. And also it's September. We've got, you know, Christmas is looming. When you're a maker, you know, I mean, I've been working on Christmas for months, but I've certainly got to be building up my stock. I've got some Christmas fairs coming up, that kind of thing. So because this is just kind of a project, it's sort of on the back burner. So it may not be for quite a while before I get a chance to do some more work on this, but we'll see how things go. Okay, thanks for watching then, and see you next time. Bye.